Okay, so let's start the second half of this 1994 October 8 popular game Super Street Fighter 2 画廊伝説 Special and Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei 2. Okay, J League Excite Stage 94. I think this is a soccer football game. Final Fantasy 6. Okay. This is one of my favorite Final Fantasy. And Derby Stallion 2 and the Mother 2. Okay, I wanna check this a little bit. Mother, wow, Mother 2. Look at this, beautiful. Okay, Mother 2. 画廊伝説 Super Street Fighter 2. Oh yeah, this is Final Fantasy 6. Wedge and Bix. Introducing about the opera scene. So the legendary sequence in Final Fantasy 6. Wow. Nostalgic. Oh, I remember this character. General Rio. Yeah, Final Fantasy 6. Mother 2. Live Alive. I mean, I've never played this game, but a friend of mine told me about this game, and this is a great RPG from Square. He said this is his lifetime favorite RPG or game, but I've never played it. Whoa, Slam Dunk. Okay. Okay, hello. This is 1994 September. Mother 2 Garo Densetsu Special. Samurai Spirits Parodies. Lenas 2 Ultima 7. Ryu Kono Ken 2. Breath of Fire 2. Wizardry 6. Wizardry 6? Is it in Super Famicom? And Shin Megami Tensei If. It's a bit different from other Shin Megami Tensei, I remember. Other two. Shin Megami Tensei If. Yeah, nice artwork. It was a pretty dark story, I remember. I mean, all Shin Megami Tensei games are dark, but I think If was especially dark, if my memory is correct. Okay, this is 1994 July. Spark Star. Mother 2 Heracles no Echo 4 Tactics Ogre 栄冠は君に I don't remember. Donkey Kong Game Boy 画廊伝説 Special. I think this magazine really likes this 画廊伝説 So 50 Mysteries of Final Fantasy 6 SD Gundam GX Lord Monarch J League Excite Stage Super Street Fighter 2 1994 May 1994 Final Fantasy 6 Shin Megami Tensei 2 アルバート・オデッセイ・ガイデン Wizardry 6 スラップスティック Wiz Up Star Wars Rebel Assault Outrunners World Heroes 2 ドラッキーの A リーグサッカー Top Hunter, 美女と野獣 Beauty and Beast. Oh my gosh. Everything about 3DO. Wow. Actually, I owned 3DO. That was one of my biggest mistake in my life. And actually, I liked some games though. Some 3DO games though. Real Virtual Racing Super Metroid. Okay. Great game. Is this Kan no Miho? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. 1990, April 1994. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Mega Drive. Mother to Super Metroid. Super Draken. Tokimeki Memorial. The Blue Crystal Lot. Super Bomberman 2. J-League Excite Stage 94. Monster World 4. Fighters History. Final Fantasy 6. Derby Stallion 2. Shin Megami Tensei 2. Itadaki Street 2. Okay, this is a game developed by Yuji Horii, who is also a creator of Dragon Quest. And this is like that one, Monopoly. So very similar to Monopoly. This is Microcosm Astral Bout 2. Yeah, this is a like fighting game. March 1994. VR Virtual Racing Derby Stallion 2 Itadaki Street 2 デザエモン画廊伝説2竜子の剣Sansara Naga 2 Sansara Naga was also a interesting RPG. It was developed by Mamoru Oshii, who is the movie director of like Ghost in the Shells or Patrol and Avalon. So one of my favorite animation director, and he was a hardcore gamer as well. He's a wizardry fanatics, and so back in the days he also like produced a couple of Famicom games as well. And this is one of them, Sansara Naga 2. I played Sansara Naga 1 and I beat it, but I have never played 2. Powerful Pro-Yaku 94, Wizardry 3 and 4, Super Mario Land 3. This is a Game Boy version of Super Mario. Final Fantasy 6, Shin Megami Tensei 2, Majin Tensei. Yeah, I remember this one. Emerald Dragon, Top Management 2, or the Ninja. Sorry, it's camera. The Ninja Warriors again. Okay. February 1994. Final Fantasy 6 Shin Megami Tensei 2 Majin Tensei. Fire Emblem Romancing Saga 2 Rockman X 新桃太郎伝説夢見館の物語I vaguely remember this one. I'm curious about this Fire Emblem, so I think this is a Super Famicom version of Fire Emblem because I was a huge fan of Fire Emblem. This is Megami Tensei and Final Fantasy 6. Nice illustration. So the character was still designed by Yoshitaka Amano. Fire Emblem. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is a remake of very first Fire Emblem. It was originally released on NES, but it was, from Famicom to Super Famicom. So the graphic has improved. Like these. Marus, Shida, Jagan, Kain, Abel, Gordon, Ogma, Julian, Lena, Naval. Okay. Next, January 1994. Okay, Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy VI, 新女神転生2、Romancing Saga 2、1億人のドラゴンクエスト。What does this mean? I'm kind of curious about this article, so I want to know what this is about. Okay, so this is like a history of Japanese RPG, Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Wizardry, Megami Tensei, and others. So in 1986, Dragon Quest was released, and also a Deep Dungeon. This is a Japanese dungeon crawler RPG, so kind of similar to Wizardry, was also released. And actually, Deep Dungeon was the first RPG ever developed by Square. So this is before the first Final Fantasy. So first Final Fantasy was released in 1987, and also Dragon Quest 2 was also released in 1987. So actually Deep Dungeon was released before Final Fantasy. I think they released Deep Dungeon 1 to 4 or something, I think. But they are not making this franchise anymore. And the first Wizardry NES version was released in 1978, December 22nd. And yeah, I remember this clearly. I got my very first Wizardry on the Christmas day of this 1987. So I begged my mother to buy this game for me because it looks really interesting. I was still very young, but I don't know. I just wanted to play it, and the funny thing about this Wizardry, on the package of this cartridge, there was a kind of a text, and it says this game is recommended for people older than 13 years old or something. So basically it was saying, so this is not recommended for kids. So this is mature RPG. So that's also why I got really interested in this game. I was younger than the recommended age, but I wanted to play this. So just a moment. Yeah, so this is my original NES cartridge of Wizardry. So I got this in 1987. And where is it? Yeah, here. 13歳以上の方に特にお勧めします。Ages 13 to adult. Back in the days, there wasn't any like system or rule that we have today. Wow. I still remember the morning I got this as my Christmas present, and I still love this game. Alright. Next year, I think 1993, okay, Romancing Saga 2 and 画廊伝説2、悪魔城ドラキュラ X、Castlevania X、アラディン、Dragon Quest 1 and 2、Soul and Sword、ガイア幻想記、新桃太郎伝説。Okay. October 1993、新女神転生2、Dragon Quest 1 and 2、Romancing Saga 2 East 4、新桃太郎伝説。This Momotaro Densetsu franchise was pretty huge in Japan back in the days. It's like a very Japanese version of Dragon Quest. This Momotaro is one of the oldest Japanese folklore. I think it was never localized into English. And Fantasy Star 4. Wow, interesting. Soul and Sword. And Shining Force 2. Monster Maker. プルメイル、聖剣伝説2、Secret of Mana 2 and The Legend of Zelda 夢を見る島 I think this is the Game Boy version of Zelda and the remake was just announced in the last E3. Interesting. Let me check a little bit. Yeah, this is Momotaro Densetsu. It was pretty popular. Okay, where is it? Romancing Saga 2. East 4. East 4. Shining Force 2. Fantasy Star 4. Actually, I never played Fantasy Star back in the days, but recently I got Sega Ages version of Fantasy Star 1 on Nintendo Switch, and I started playing it, and it's really fun. Surprisingly fun. I haven't beat it yet, but I think I'm pretty close to the end, and I've been really enjoying the Fantasy Star 1. I kind of miss this old school simple RPG. Okay. Oh, Tecmo Super Bowl. I think this is pretty huge in US. American football is not popular in Japan, so I only know the basic rule because the rule of American football is very complicated to us Japanese, I think. But for some reason, so this franchise was developed by Tecmo, Japanese developer. This is also a football game. Okay, I didn't know about this. Oh, Echo the Dolphin. I remember this. I think my sister owned this this game. My sister liked this game. It's a Mega Drive Sega Genesis game, and you are like a dolphin. Pretty simple action game as far as I remember. But the graphics and the atmosphere was pretty nice. Okay. Ooh, anyone remember this game? Night Trap. Okay. And September 1993, Super Mario Collection, Street Fighter 2, Neo Geo Spirits. Okay, so this is an article about Neo Geo, I think. And the Seiken Densetsu 2, Secret of Mana. I really want to check inside, but later. August 1993, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, ゼルダの伝説、夢を見る島 and 聖剣伝説2。天外魔境 I think. 歌舞伎伝天外魔境 Far East of Eden. I think this game was also never localized into English. I think. Tengai Makyo was also a pretty popular RPG, originally developed for PC Engine, so like a PC Engine version of Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy. I played the first one and the second one, and my favorite is the second one. It was released on CD ROM. Super Mario Brothers 3. This is like a remake of Super Mario 3. the graphics look better than NES, so I think this is Super Famicom. So I didn't know they remade it on Super Famicom. Oh, so many games. Ah, Southern Nights, 懐かしい。Wow, nostalgic. Southern Nights. Street Fighter 2. Huge coverage of Street Fighter 2. So like a strategy for each character, I think. Wow, this is a huge Street Fighter 2 issue, I think. Oh, this must be, so 夢を見る島? Game Boy version of Zelda? Yeah, a friend of mine said this is his favorite Zelda. So this must be pretty good. Seiken Densetsu. Yeah, okay. July 1993, Seiken Densetsu 2, Street Fighter 2, Turbo, Legend of Zelda, Silver Saga 2, Dragon's Magic, J リーグサッカー、A 列車で行こう。Let's go A Train 3? June 1993, Street Fighter 2 again, Breath of Fire, Winds of Thunder, Megalomania, Switch, 星のカービィ。So maybe this Kirby is the very first Kirby? I'm not sure. I don't know much about Kirby. Nice cover page though. May 1993. Oh, Star Fox and Street Fighter 2. Noigia, Captain Tsubasa 4. DuckTales, PC Genjin 3. Desert Strike, 青き狼と白き目近. This is a co-ed strategy game like a Romance of Three Kingdoms kind of game. エルナード and 伝説のオーガバトル。Star Fox, this is interesting. Let's check it a little bit. Oh yeah, here. Yeah, Star Fox. Miyamoto is here. Okay. Next, 1993 April, 伝説のオーガバトル。Metal Max 2, A 列車で移行3. Breath of Fire, Star Fox. This is also a huge article about Star Fox, and this contains an interview of Shigeru Miyamoto, the secret story about development of Star Fox. Interesting. What is this? Yeah. This must be a very interesting interview. Oh, wait a minute. The interviewer of this interview is... Wow, this is... The interviewer of this interview is Satoshi Tajiri. So he's a father of Pokemon. He's a creator of Pokemon. So Pokemon creator interviews Shigeru Miyamoto about Star Fox. This must be a very interesting interview. Yeah. Wow. March 1993, Star Fox again. And Dragon Slayer 2. Okay. Final Fantasy 5 and the Seiken Densetsu 2. And the CES report. Consumer Electronics Show. Okay, report. And rumored new console 3DO appears. Yeah. 1993 February, Seiken Densetsu 2 RPG Q&A 新女神転生エルファリア半熟ヒーローメタルマックス2ノイギーヤファイナルファンタジー4ポピュラス2パワーモンガーバルケンOkay. Look at this. Mana. Who is this? Oji Hiroi, creator of Far East of Eden. Interview of his, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna check the details later. What is this? Valken. Kind of reminds me of Wing of Oniamis. Okay, almost there. 2 more issues. Okay. 1993, January 1993, Wizardry 5, Hanjuku Hero, Final Fantasy 5. Okay, Shin Megami Tensei. Dragon Slayer. The Legend of Heroes 2. Okay. So this is Hanjuku Hero. It was pretty fun game, and this is Super Famicom version, I think. But it was also released on Famicom too, I think. I played the Famicom version. What is this? Oh, wow, this is cool. Monster catalog of Wizardry 5. Wow. Just a moment. Oh, this is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So these are illustrated by Jun Suemi. So my favorite illustrators. I really like his illustration. These wizardry monster designs, they look really good. Yeah. And also, what is this? Final Fantasy 5. Okay. It's kind of introduction book about Final Fantasy 5, I think. Interesting. Okay, final one. January 1993. So for Masterpiece RPG, Final Fantasy 5, Wizardry 5, Shin Megami Tensei, Dragon Quest 5. And so Square finally released their new RPG and Seiken Densetsu 2, Scoop, Elfaria, Metal Max 2, Just Breed, Lenas. Role-playing game special. This issue is pretty. Look at this. This is Final Fantasy 5, I think. a lot of Final Fantasy V and Dragon Quest V and Shin Megami Tensei. Wizardry. Beautiful. Yeah. Elfaria. I don't remember this game. Metal Max 2. Just to Bleed. Okay. That's it. Wow. Wow, that was a lot of issues. よいしょ. Okay. Alright. So 42 issues are a lot of issues, so we only cover the surface of each issue. I'm pretty sure I've missed a lot of interesting articles and interviews, so I will definitely check the details of each issue later. But anyway, so although they are not making this magazine anymore, but the paper physical stuff are still here, and they still contain a lot of past memories of these wonderful video games. And I'm just happy that we still have means to read these article and news and reminisce about these wonderful days of video games. Such a wonderful era, early era of these video games, Famicom, Super Famicom, PlayStation. And I hope you also enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and see you again.